It was written for me by and he's a Hungarian drummer, amazing, such a beast. When I write music, I think of the melody first. When I'm traveling, I usually get melodies in my head, or if I'm listening to music, suddenly there will be this melody which will pop out in my head, and I will immediately record, you know. And then I would go back home and lay down the melody on my bass in a very vocal manner. So if I'm singing like, I don't know, give me a song. Any melody, like any song melody.
So basically, you're telling me like you have certain melodies in your head.
Yeah, so you always get these tunes in your head. I'm sure you do get it too. So you lay them down on your instrument first. Yes, you lay them down on your instrument first in a vocal manner because it's a melody and you want it to be the lead part. So you have to play it like you're singing and not like you're playing a groove, right? Because you are going to lay the groove after that. That's what I like to do. I mean, sometimes I would do the melody first and then I would play the chord changes. And sometimes I would lay down the chord changes first and then form a melody. So it depends. It all depends with my mood sometimes.
And since bass, let's say you're thinking of a particular, a story, right? And then there's this melody.
Yeah.
Doesn't it becomes more difficult for a bass line to be put in because we have any which is other?
No, actually it's much easier because all you have is you have the changes, you have the information, all you need. You have the changes, you have the beat. When you have the drums, all you got to listen to is the kick. That's your groove. That's the first point. That's the first hint of your groove. Because you can go against the groove also, but then when it comes to pop,
that's
yeah,
your element, right?
yeah.
I mean,
Not my element, I wouldn't put it that way, but I like to. But like I said,
I mean that's basically
yeah,
element.
I guess I'm known for that because I love to play around with time signatures.
Right.
So I love to not show the one as well. When drummers don't show the one, I don't also want to show the one, you know. Why should I help you? It's like, no, I'm just kidding. But, no, I'm just kidding. Sometimes on stage you have to show the one, otherwise they, you know, feel like, oh, you're rude, you know. And they're like, where's the one? Tell me, where's the one? There has been times where people go like, oh my god, I'm lost, and they're just like doodling anything, and they're like, I don't know where the one is. It's in the air. So yeah, I lay down the melody first, and then I lay down the chord changes to get a better idea, and then I lay down the groove. And like you said, how does it help having changes and the drum beat? Because you already have everything, and all you got to do is listen to the changes, move with the changes, and move with the kick. Because that's your groove element. Because drums has already laid down the groove for you. When there's no drums, then you have more freedom, because you can approach it the way you want, and you have you have the drums in your head already when you're playing, right? Because when you're grooving, you're also thinking of drums. At least I do that. When I'm grooving, I think of drums, and I would approach it like a drummer would. And if I'm improvising also, I would approach it like a drummer. For example, say I'm playing this groove. The drums go. Now, if it's a fusion drummer, he would probably do this. Because they love playing with time signatures. I do. So. If it's a pop drummer, he would rather do. He would either give a backbeat or he would just completely stop.
Completely stop.
That's when you go like, you make use of it. Great.
Yes.
That's when your chordal harmony head comes in, and you can do whatever you feel like. I would normally do like. Improvising like, you can also go like that. Even if the drummer is not going, you can still go like that, and you can give him the hint, and he will play the same thing because you gave him that hint, you know.
Right.
They always try to do. Every time I've played in a band and I've heard these drummers or some people doing something that I like, I would do the same thing, just to see if I can do it or not, you know. But doesn't mean you have to do it. Like I said, be careful, you know, the environment is very, very important. It depends who you're playing with. Read the mind, be clever, be mature, and just think what serves the music and not yourself. When you're doodling, it's fine. Play around, that's fine. That's how you learn. You make mistakes, you learn, you know. So when I was playing with these like musicians, and I would feel like, wow, every drummer has such a different approach. Because I played with Marco, and he has a very heavy metal approach and like progressive rock approach. But at the same time, when he plays ballad, he improvises in a very metal manner, but like subtle metal manner, you know, like soft rock. His improvisations would be more inclined towards rock, but in ballad, imagine. Like, that's nice, but that's why he shines through, right? He puts his element into it. Whereas Dave Weckl, when I played with Dave Weckl, he is so bossa nova samba, and he's got this like, you know, very like funky attitude, and like he's not like fire. He's playing everything, but oh my god, his sound does everything. Nobody has the sound like him. Like he's improvising, but his improvisation is so inclined towards and so samba oriented and so like Latin oriented. You know, he comes from that background. No matter what, he doesn't play rock music. He loves jazz rock. You know, jazz funk music, not rock, jazz funk music. But he would always he has like this kind of style, and that's why he gets that sound. You know, very Latin sound. So every drummer that I've played with have a very different approach towards music, but I play around with every genre. No matter what genre I'm a part of at that very moment, I like to fuse in everything, depending on the space and the timing, of course. And then the drummer would immediately do the same thing, because it's interesting, you know? That's why some of the stuff that I play, like, I'm very sure a drummer would do this if I do this. But you don't want to overdo it.
You would be trying.
Yeah. I would think like a drummer, because I want to kind of tease him, you know? Not by purpose, but just for the sake of it. Any more questions? Yeah.
On that note, do you have any fun rhythm games that you play?
Fun rhythm games? Yeah, I just put a click on 4/4 and I just play all time signatures on 4/4 and then come back to 1. You know, I wish I had a click right now, but no, it's time consuming. Forget it. Maybe next time. But yeah, just put a click and start playing 4/4 grooves, and then go to 5/4 grooves on 4/4, and then play 6 on 4, which is kind of doable. But having to come back on the 1 is the trick, you know? That's why click helps, and when you don't have click, and when you have drummer who's not showing you the 1, who is not the metronome anymore, you know, that's when that makes you stronger, practicing with metronome. A lot of people ask me, what, do you practice with metronome? Yes, I do, sometimes, not always, but I used to a lot. But now, when I play, I know where the 1 is. For example, what time signature is this? Showing the 1. I showed 1 maybe twice. Yeah. Yes. So that makes it more interesting, and that teases the drummer. You see that? The more you don't show it, but you are grooving at the same time. If I just play the groove, just the main groove, then you know it, you know? Yeah. You're grooving. But sometimes I don't want you to groove, so I wouldn't show the 1, you know. I would want groove to be there, maybe on and off sometimes. That's fun for me. Not always. It gets too boring otherwise. Yeah. Any more questions?
Yeah, I have one. So like, okay, this shows that you're rhythmically very conscious.
Yeah.
How much of like your improvisation is harmonically conscious?
Not at all. It's like water. I don't even think about it.
You go with like your
yeah. For example, now I'm gonna play play a 4/4 groove, but I'm gonna start from the minor 7th note and hit every note chromatically and play an improvisation on every note. So that's how confident I am about myself. Okay. Take the same groove. Same note. Check this out, same note again. Because that's the most horrible sounding note, but I'm making it musical. Check this out. You do that on, not in the scale, it'll still sound amazing. It'll sound like a pop lick. But if you are playing in a fusion band, this would be killing. They'll be like, oh, what? You know? Or that's one of my favorite things, by the way. I got this from one of my really close friends, Anton Davidians, and we keep exchanging all these, like, you know, fuck all riffs that we love playing. And so he showed me this. It's basically just augment coming down one string and then going up fourths. So but not going all the way, which you can, but it's a little bit hard when it comes to playing fast. So I'm going to play it really slowly. Right? And then go up. Fourths. And then play the same thing. See that? And imagine doing the same thing, but here, when you come down, you can't do. It's damn hard, right? It's damn hard. So what I did was, since I wanted to use it in one of my solos, suddenly before the gig, I was like, how do I use it if I want to use all the strings? So I came down with a minor 7th lick. So like. Minor 7th or major 7th, same octave up. Now I can't go up. What if I want to come down now? So I'll be like same lick, but now coming down as diminished. Okay, so yeah. Now how do I come up? See that? So this is an exercise. When you start practicing, it's gonna sound like. You can go anywhere you feel like. And always remember this one sheet, okay? If you hit a wrong note, you can always make it up by playing chordal changes, chromatic down, chromatic up. You can always make it up with augmented exercises or diminished exercises. These are like the helpful things that you can do when you hit a wrong note. For example, what if you hit this note in A minor? Yeah? That's going. And I want to play this lick. What if I want to do that here? I would immediately do. See that? It sounds good. You could do that. These are all exercises that you can use it in your own manner, you know? So yeah, it's very important to practice these exercises.
So like, do you sort of think of it in a way where like every bass note works with every melody?
Oh yeah. There's no as such restriction.
If you hit a wrong note, then you just sort of...
Not at all. There's no such wrong note at all. Like, I don't feel like, because I'm very confident I can hit any note anywhere and I can make it sound right. Even if I don't play the part correctly, I can manage it in a way that it's gonna sound right. So I probably would make it up with like a few bump notes. Sometimes I don't even play the notes, but it sounds like I do play the notes. Like I told you. So check this out. Now it feels like I'm playing every note, right? Like I'm hitting every note, but actually I'm not. I'm not doing that. Check this out. I'm going to play real slowly so that you can see what are the notes that I'm hitting and I'm not hitting. And where I'm cheating. Okay? Wow, that rapped. Okay. See that? I'm not playing, but it sounds like I'm playing. That's only because when you have a pattern of 3 notes, and when you play the first 2 notes and hammer on the 3rd note, it sounds like you play all the notes. That's the trick. Yeah? No, every 3rd note I'm not playing. Sounds like I'm playing every note, but no. Did you hear that bomb note? See that? But if I play fast, did you hear it? But I did play. You know? See that? See, gone. But actually the note, if it was to be the correct note, it would be. But since it's hard to do, that's why I cheat. You know, you have these bad days, so you just choose not to play those because I'm tired. That's why. I can still play, but I just choose not to sometimes. See, I just same lick, just half note up and come back to the root. Sounds amazing. Because these are all like these jazz licks. So you're soloing over these changes and suddenly you go up and you come down. That's the most beautiful part. That's jazz. No, I'm just kidding. No offense. But it makes it sound cooler. That's what I've realized. It does make it sound really cooler. But make sure to come back on the root. Otherwise it's going to be very bad. They're going to make out that that was totally wrong. And they're going to start saying these things like, no, in this change, in this chord change, you have to apply this mode. But you can apply any mode you feel like, but in your own way. It comes with a lot of techniques, a lot of gracings, you know, all these gums that you talk about. You know, all these kind of stuff. When you do all that, you make it up. These are all the cheating spots that you can actually make use of. Or say like same lick. Same, if I wanted to play this in that gamak style, I would be like. See that? So you make your own way. Everybody has a different approach. This is how I think, you know. Any more questions?
What's your FX chain like with the pedals?
Oh, this one. Yes.
Not just now, but like your character.
I don't use pedals at all. I go direct all the time. I don't even use an octaver. I don't use a compressor. I don't use anything. This is my normal phone. Yeah, this is my fingers. Just fingers and preamp. And, okay. Thank you once again for coming. It means a lot. Thank you for taking out time and being a part of this beautiful. It's already late evening now, right? Okay, thank you. Thank you very, very much.
That was a nice round. Loud applause. Mohini Dey taking out time to come and talk with us. Thank you, Mohini.